Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Wednesday Live Coffee Talk. Good morning. How do you guys feel? So this morning I was pouring my coffee and I came up with another word for coffee. So instead of spell it as COFFEE, I'm going to start spelling it as motivation. Because the moment I have my coffee, I'm full of energy. I'm ready to start my day. So today I'm super excited. I have another amazing guest. I always bring amazing guests here. But before I go on, just real quick, those of you who are new to me, welcome to the group. I'm Michelle Quay. I'm a visibility confidence coach where I help women coaches to step out of their comfort zones and tell a better story so that they can get seen, get heard, and get hired. This is a show that I air every Wednesday at 8 o'clock Pacific time. So if you're watching this on the East Coast, chances are you're probably enjoying your midday coffee, your motivation, and you're watching this live. So if you're watching this live, I need you to do me a real quick favor. There's a little tiny comment in the caption that you can click and get the permission to StreamYard to show your name. So every time you make a comment, your name will pop up. It will become visible to me. And there's a little cool things that I can do with that. Every time you make a comment, I can actually bring you onto the show. All right. So today I have Gina Banic. I hope I pronounced her last name right. I should have checked with her, but I will have her bring her on and she can correct me. Gina Banic is a self-love and glam coach who is based here in LA. She's originally from Germany and has worked in entertainment and TV production industry. And she's been doing a lot of celebrity hair and makeup artists. After discovering what we all suffer from this self-esteem issue, it inspired her wanting to teach women to fully love the skin that they are in. Not just, superficial skin, but skin that is deeper, that's rooted within us, and how to live a life with passion and happiness. She is also the podcast host called Gina's World. She is the life coach, currently working on hosting transformational retreats around the globe and looking out. World, she is coming your way. So without further ado, let's give a warm welcome to Gina. Hi, Gina.
Hi, hello everybody. Thank you for having me on the show and cheers with my morning coffee as well.
Cheers to morning motivation. It's a new word now. It's a thing.
That's
Starting
right.
today.
That's right. That's right. I'm the same way. I can't start my day without a coffee. So
Yeah, it's crazy how like the moment that you sip on your coffee, your eyes just pop open, you're awake, you're full of energy, you're ready to go.
exactly. I couldn't agree more.
So Gina, how did you become a coach? Like tell us about that journey. What was that process like?
Okay, so as you mentioned, I've been working in entertainment for over 20 years, probably 25 years. I was a production manager for television shows, and then later on, I became a hair and makeup artist, and I've worked with a lot of famous people. I've rubbed shoulders with people from all walks of life, but it's not about the celebrity, it's about really anyone. And when you do makeup and hair on people, of course instantly they will tell you all of their flaws, or they will talk about all the insecurities. Oh, my skin is not good, or can you make me look thinner because I just gained weight because I just went through a divorce, and all these stories. And, it was interesting because I got a lot of bookings. I worked at the Ritz-Carlton as a master stylist for a while, and I would receive bookings a year in advance. And I was like, this is strange. I mean, I'm a good stylist, but I'm not that great. Meaning, if I looked around, I was surrounded by amazing other stylists. So I was like, what is that? What's going on? And so I realized it was the conversation that I've had with people, because I like to go deep.
Mm.
And people sometimes would cry, and would hug each other and say, thank you so much for what you said, and I wish you all the best. And you could just feel you know, I could feel their spirit. I could feel people's spirit. And so, and I have had struggles of my own as well. I've gone through, you know, I've been a, you know, how could I say this, a serial relationship person. Right. So I would have various relationships, but that they would always end at about a year mark or so. And you know, it was, and so I had to ask myself, what is going on with me? Because I know I'm a great person, but something is, an issue somewhere inside of me that I need to dig deep and discover what is really going on. So as I started my journey in my self-healing, you know, self-discovery and all this kind of stuff, it was just so powerful. I woke up every day with the notion of how can I live my best life and what does that mean? I wanted to wake up with a smile on my face, because that wasn't, even though I'm generally, I would say, a person that's more positive than negative. I mean, yeah, I'm definitely a positive person. But I wasn't fully authentic. There were times in which I just, you know, but of course, you know, working in entertainment, you have to put on your game face. You have to be perfect every day. Hi, good morning, hello. You have to be the light. You know, you have to carry everyone through the day. And I just thought, you know, I want to be able to authentically say how I feel. And that was really, really difficult. And I'm sure a lot of people are listening right now can relate to this. Would you be able to relate to that?
Absolutely, and what really caught my attention is the word game face,
Yeah.
right? So if we look around, there's a lot of people are doing Facebook Live, doing video, and nowadays like Instagram Reel is huge. And I was watching a show the other day that Instagram Reel is really what helps you grow your Instagram account. So those people, coaches who wanted to really put yourself out there, there's a lot of, you know, saying that you need to be on video, you need to be on Instagram Reel, and you need to produce a lot of videos. But the moment that you turn on the video, you have to put on that game face.
That's right.
Right. So
right.
I'm wondering, as you're working with celebrities and doing their makeups, and even with yourself, you know, going through that struggle of where you don't feel very authentic.
Yes.
What was going on underneath? Like, what was some of the internal message that you were going through? Or maybe the celebrity.
You know, when you're looking at other people, and when we're all looking at other people, I think we're seeing the exterior first, and we all judge a book by its cover. I don't care who you are and where you live, and think that you're non-judgmental, but we are. That's what we do. And I think that that's probably a protective mechanism from way back in the day, meaning having to assess our surroundings for safety. So what I've discovered is that I felt, you know, working around all of these beautiful people. And I also wanted to be an entertainer myself. Way back in the day, I was singing and dancing and all this kind of stuff. So I oftentimes heard things that the way I looked wasn't good enough. It was always like, oh, you got to lose 20 pounds. Oh, you got to look like this girl. Oh, you got to sound like this, blah, 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 blah. And I think what happens when people step in front of a camera is that they feel, oh my God, I'm too fat. Like, I hear this all the time. They're like, oh my God, look at my face. Oh, I'm too fat. I'm too skinny, or too whatever it is, right? Like, can you fix my skin? And all this, because you're now looking at yourself on a TV screen. And that is a little bit of a bizarre thing to do, right? So the thing that we're doing right now, I remember the first time I heard myself speak, I'm like, this is my voice? This is so strange. I don't sound like this. But in the meantime, I'm so used to it because I've done it so many times, and it's okay. But I think growing up also, you know, I grew up in Germany, and in Germany, the beauty motto and what stood for beauty was a skinny blonde woman. And I was never a skinny blonde woman. So I could never, I could never live up to that. And when we try to live up to something or a beauty standard that society dictates, we're going to have a really, really hard time. And I think especially for women, men, when they're aging, we're like, oh my God, this is cute. The salt and pepper hair and the wrinkles, and that's kind of hot. No one
That's kind of hot.
your wrinkles and your salt and pepper hair is hot. Nobody says that, but we have to, be okay with, first of all, I think we got to be okay with who we are. But so just to really answer your question, I caught myself being in a state of comparison. And then, say you're in, relationships with different people, and sometimes I would hear like, oh, she's kind of cute, or oh, look at her abs and stuff like that. So those were things that, would really shake the ground I was walking on. And I decided that I don't ever want anyone to to shake my grounds. I wanted to walk on very solid grounds, and I wanted to learn how to really love myself. And I've always heard it. You have to love yourself. You have to love yourself. And I thought I did, because I didn't hate myself, but I didn't love my body. I didn't love what was given to me. I was constantly trying to change it. I was constantly on a treadmill somewhere. I was constantly, and there's two different things when I exercise for health, which I do nowadays, health and maintenance and, all those kind of things, versus trying to look like something else. Two very different things.
Yeah, yeah. I love how you brought up health, because like this morning I was looking at my butterfly sleeves. I have like a second butterfly showing now since pandemic. I'm waving, and here's another wave. So I'm like totally judging myself. Hey, maybe it's time to go back to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I can totally relate to that.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering your journey as a hair and makeup artist and moving into coaching. Are there any skills that you have picked up while you were talking to these celebrities and even helping them to build up their self-esteem and talking to them? Has any of these skills that you have picked up helped you in building your coaching business?
Yeah, what I have learned is that the way that I'm able to really, really reach people is by being very brutally honest, meaning also being transparent about myself, right? Because you can't just expect other people to talk about all of their stuff and what's troubling them. And you go, oh, I'm so perfect over here. I don't know what you're talking about. I've just had a beautiful life. And so what happened is when I would really start being true and authentic and transparent about things that I have struggled with, then something happens. Then the gates open. And I've discovered this with absolutely every person that I've ever spoken to. It doesn't mean that we necessarily have to go through everything, every single event that has to be the same. But if I'm saying to you that I know what it feels like to hate the skin that you're in, then that means I know what that is, because every time you look in the mirror, you want to see something else. Whether this is your face or your body or something like that. And that's just something, when I see people, I kind of see and feel their pain. I don't know why. Maybe that this just sharpened over the years. I've always been very sensitive to energy. I'm empathic too, so I pick up a lot of energy. And so when someone is down, I see, oh, okay. But then the digging begins also. But I think kindness, and also not being judgmental. Right? The reason why most people don't share anything is because they have no place where they can share. Their friends suck. Their family sucks. No one is there who is a non-judgmental person. People just want to always throw suggestions in someone's face as if they know what this person is going through.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I completely agree, and I think you gave a really you shared a really important or a quote that really resonated with me. And so Gina's definition of bravery, this is what she shared, is to be your authentic self, regardless of other people's opinion, never needing to seek approval and simply follow your true purpose.
yes.
That's Gina's definition of bravery. So as we're talking about purpose, I'm wondering, what is your purpose?
This is a good question. A question that I was not able to answer for a long time, because I remember the first time someone asked me this question, and it was probably about 10 years ago or so, when I was at a vision board workshop. I was in a room full of fun women, and we were doing our boards and everything, and some lady came over, this older beautiful lady, and she said, hi, my name is so and so. I forgot her name. And she goes, what is your purpose? And I'm just, I'm of course, my first response is, oh, I'm a hair and makeup artist. And she goes, no, she said, that's not what I asked. I didn't ask what you do. She said, I asked what you came here to do, meaning what I came to this earth to do. And it really threw me for a loop, because I was baffled. I didn't know how to answer this. I just thought you always throw out some kind of title. Here's what I do, and here's what I collect a paycheck for, right? My time. And now I can say that my purpose is that I am a messenger of love. I'm here to teach people how to truly, fully love themselves.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I'm thinking about all the days where we talk about, we as coaches, we talk about, I'm following my purpose, right? I'm answering my purpose, I'm following my passion.
Yes.
And I think, purpose and passion are words that's getting thrown around a lot and being overused. And when we really think about, okay, so what is my purpose and what is my passion? We immediately jump into, oh, I'm a visibility confidence coach, or I'm a confidence coach, I'm a business coach, I'm this and that. But if you really truly think about it, it's still just a title.
It is.
So who are you truly being behind that title or underneath that title? Who is that person?
I agree.
And I would share with the audience that I have followed Gina and I watch her video. Her video is very entertaining. she, she came from the industry of entertainment, and so her videos are very entertaining. And the reason why I say entertaining is because when we do videos, if you're not, your video is not interesting enough, not entertaining enough, people are going to tap out of it.
That's true.
And when you look around, everyone is doing coaching. Everyone is talking about mindset. So what makes you different is really who you are and what you stand for. So, you guys need to check out her videos and her shows. You can follow her on the Instagram or Facebook and check out her video. It's very creative, very talented, and Gina just has this very fun and diverse energy when you watch her doing videos.
Thank you. Selfishly enough, I'm the kind of person who wants to have a good time. I say this wherever I show up, whatever I do. I said, let's have a good time. Even if today we're going to be together working or whatever for 12 hours and something is going to be grueling. But at the same time, let's enjoy this ride. I really believe that. And when I say this, I also want to say that none of this is easy. Sure, we are. The reason why we are here, the reason why you and I are talking, is because we are walking in our purpose. But that, to get there, is such a long path. Still, this showing up every day, delivering our messages, trying to reach people. When you don't have millions of dollars in your accounts, that's a lot of work. Someone with money can hire social media people and, business people and all that. And then all you have to do is show up with your talent and your words.
Yeah.
But it's tough work. It's tough work. But I think at the end of the day, knowing that we can reach someone out there, and even if it's just one person, and if we get to reach their spirit, if we get, if something clicks in their heads, and they're like, you know what, this is very true, I was doing the same thing, I don't even know, or if we can send them on the right path, because we can't make any promises. How
Yeah.
can you promise someone I am going to change your life? And it's so funny because there's all these slogans and all these Facebook ads, like, lose weight in 10 days, lose 20 pounds in 10 days. Well, that's great. That's wonderful. But I'm looking at a lifetime, right? So anything or anyone that promises a change in a short amount of time is full of poop.
I love you. I love you. Yes.
I'm like, how did you do something your whole entire life? So you're 40 years old. And so within a week or two, you're supposed to change the whole thing. If it was that easy, then hey, what were you doing before? So when, I don't like promising anything, because what I say is the journey is going to be a hard ride, and it's going to require whatever journey that it is that you're on. You got to buckle up, you got to roll up your sleeves, and you got to try and do something every day, but it's for yourself.
So beautifully said. I often tell people, you can't, if you want to build your visible coaching business, you can't just expect it. You know what? Today I'm working with you, and then tomorrow I'm going to solve everything. No, it doesn't work that way. You actually have to dig in and start doing the work in order to know and understand what works for you, what doesn't work for you. And it's quite a journey. There's a moment where you just wanted to, you know what, throwing the tower and just call it a day. But there are other days where you feel so inspired, you want to continue to moving.
Yes.
So
that up and down, yeah.
What would be, what tips would you be able to share with the audience in terms of, as we're going through this journey, as we're embracing every challenges and struggles that we have, what would be your tip to, like, show ourselves some more love?
How to love ourselves more?
Yeah.
I can always start with this. One is to have gratitude for the things that we have versus always searching for what we don't have currently, right? So we live in Los Angeles, California. The sun is shining every day, yet I'm grateful for it. The fact that I have a roof over my head, my friends are alive, my family is alive, I have free will. I'm healthy. I may not be rich in the monetary sense, like if you looked at my bank account, but I'm rich as a person on the inside. So there's gratitude for conversations that I get to have with people, for connecting with others, for gratitude for walking with my dog and getting our morning coffee, to just be able to breathe, to and to go like, what, it's gonna be a good day. So one is gratitude, and two would be what I mentioned earlier: stop living in comparison, especially if you're out there on social media. Look at other people's accounts, and whatever, when you're looking at any accounts and they don't make you feel good, delete them. You don't have to follow people that don't make you feel good. All these athletes out there, the fitness people and whatnot, more power to them. This is not from a place of hate. You do you. This is what you do for a living. You are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. But if you're someone and you don't have a 6 to 8 pack, that's okay. Love on yourself, right? But if you're looking at images, or if you're looking at other people and they drive around in a Rolls Royce, there's also fake accounts, FYI. There's a lot of people pretending they're something that they're not. So just embrace who you are and what you have. And don't compare yourself to any of your friends. Stop listening to what other people are telling you. as in you should do this and you should do that, but really just tune into yourself and find out, ask yourself every day, what feels right for me? What feels good for me after conversations that you have with people? And if you do things that don't make you feel good, because you're going to know what that is, then try not to do them. If you're in school, that's different, because school is school, right? Educate yourself as much as you can, because your knowledge is your power. No one can take that away from you. This is for the younger people out there. And, for the grown-ups, if you hate your job, you can always change it. You can always change. You can always level up. It's never too late. I don't care if you're 90 years old. You can still, you can change. You can find love. If you are struggling, with any health conditions, you can change it. There's a lot of people out there, they have type 2 diabetes and they're eating sweets and popping pills. Stop that.
Yeah.
Don't think that you cannot change things. You can. Your mind is a very, very powerful place.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh, beautiful. I'm thinking, so like this morning I was thinking maybe I need to start eating some collagen. After talking to you, I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Right? Yeah, like it is what it is.
It is what it is, right? People love you either way. And the most important thing is just to get out there and start doing things. And it does take some work and take some practice.
It does.
Gina, I know you have a lot that's going on.
Yes.
Tell us about your podcast and your YouTube channel.
Okay, so Gina's World is the original name for, I was creating a show called Gina's World. Why? Because Gina's World is a very fun and exciting and authentic place. Yes. And, I have started working on a TV show about a couple of years ago. And then the pandemic happened and someone that I was working with sort of fell off the wagon. But I really think that, I'm just going to film this and put it on YouTube, but the procrastination got the best of me too, guys. You know what I mean? I was like, I have time, but I recorded a song because I wanted to be an entertainer. And I wrote a song for my show. I filmed the whole music video. I pay tribute to my favorite artists, Prince and Michael Jackson. I talk to people about the things that, we struggle with, and that will be on YouTube. I hopefully will release it, in a month or two. And same with the podcast. Procrastination got the best of me too there. The names are there, the ideas are there, and now it's just the momentum of doing it. And I got caught up with and clients and this and that and moving and excuses. So, but you know what? Just follow me on my Instagram. And, I also have a Facebook group called Soulific. And if you guys, anyone out there, if you guys want to chat, talk to me, just send me a message. I also have a link in my Instagram where you can, schedule a phone call and we'll just talk. We'll get to know each other. If you want to be on the podcast, holler at me, and all this good stuff. But yeah, momentum is picking up and I'm excited to create and to, speak to all of you.
Super excited. I know procrastination is real thing for all of us, right? So I procrastinate too on so many projects. And there's a lot of things, ideas that just floating around, but never put it into practice. But hopefully,
I see you always doing great things, though. I always see Michelle is talking, and Michelle, and that's honestly very inspiring to me because there are so many people out there, but that is the key. And so my business coach tells me too, and everyone else, consistency is the key, and that is true. But that is something that I sometimes struggle with because as a creative individual, sometimes you just want to be creative, but then there's logistics and there's other things, right? And so sometimes it gets the best of me. So, but here it is, my true authentic self, just sharing this with you guys.
It's perfect. It's the perfect you.
Yeah.
And you know, I often said that, you know, as a coach, I think having the great mindset, which
Yeah.
is why a lot of time I don't really focus on talking about the mindset, because I believe coaches already have the right mindset to
Yes.
walk into the business. But it's the strategy, a lot of the how do I do this, or how to start it up. And that is where we get really caught up in thinking, well, I don't know what it takes. I don't know how to do it. So therefore I'm not good enough. So a lot of time you have to pair the strategy with the mindset together in order to really accomplish what you want to accomplish. So
that's true. But you know, just for all of the coaches out there, it's important to have a coach. You cannot do it all on your own. So, you know, for myself, I have a coach. I'm sure Michelle has a coach. I'm sure Michelle is coaching other coaches, because to do this by ourselves is insane. You're going to waste so much time. You are going to fall victim of procrastination and all those things, when someone can literally help carve out a plan like Michelle is doing. It's the strategy. It is, like you said, what are we doing this week? What are we doing next week? And also it's baby steps. It's up to how much you can put on your plate.
Absolutely. I totally agree. 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So again, you can find Gina on Instagram.
Yes.
Yay! And then she also has a Facebook group, Soulific.
That's right.
I love that name, Soulific.
Thank you. I wrote down so many names, but sometimes, it was like, oh, you have to have a group, a Facebook group, but there's just so many. I didn't want to use the name coaching. I didn't want to use the word self-love, but Soulific sort of names it all, because we're doing things for our soul, for our spirit. So
love it. Love it. All right, Gina. Thank you so much for coming to the show.
You're so welcome. Thank you for having me.
I had a great time. I think I can talk to you for like hours and hours and never end. we gotta catch up some real coffee soon.
Yeah, well, that would be nice.
Right? Because we both in LA. So yeah, we'll set it up.
Yes, that sounds wonderful.
All right, Gina, I'm going to put you to the backstage so I can wrap up the show.
Sounds good.
All right, ladies. Hopefully you learn how to embrace this difficult, sometimes challenging, and sometimes very motivational, inspiring journeys. And hopefully what Gina have shared today about her experience as a hair and makeup artist working with celebrity, and how she became a coach, and what inspired her to be on this coaching journey with that self-love and just being true to ourselves, that would inspire you to think about the next time you go on live, or whether or not you want to do a live at all, period. So it's all about finding yourself, and hopefully I will see you next time on this same show. All right. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.